Welcome back to another video, lads. Excuse the voice. There's a lot of shite, a lot of calls going around, yeah. But anyway, I've wanted to make this video for a couple of months now. Obviously, I've been covering Stout on the channel for the last few years. The idea of, you know, making a Stout, releasing a Stout, of course, it's always in the back of my mind. Would I ever do it? Looking at Island's Edge? Probably not. But so I've always had a very keen interest in the kind of timeline of Island's Edge. So we're going to sort of break it down, not too much detail, but just kind of look into and investigate how and why it was either a bad or a good idea to bring out a new Stout in 2021, and yeah, how it all went wrong. So it first came out in summer 2021. The ads were on the TV. They were saying surprisingly refreshing. I presume that was, they were kind of saying like a Stout wouldn't usually be refreshing, but this is surprisingly refreshing for a Stout. The people in the ads were young, hip, cool. It was colourful. The total opposite of what you would have expected from a Stout before. And I guess it's worth mentioning, if you were unaware, that Beamish and Murphy's are both made by Heineken down in Cork, all under the same roof. People said, you know, maybe if it was a brand new company bringing out a Stout, that would be one thing. But why is a company who already has two Stouts bringing out a third? And it was pretty obvious from the start that they were trying to appeal to the sort of 18 to 25 demographic. Now, I said from the get-go when I tried it, regardless of how nice it was, I said I think they were maybe 5 years too late, even 2 or 3 years too late. From sort of 2019 to now, Guinness has been made a lot cooler amongst younger people, with thanks to, I will say, channels like myself who've made videos, especially on TikTok, that the youth would see, and then all of a sudden, from kind of 2020 onwards, Guinness was cool. In my opinion, Heineken saw that. They said, Stout is cool now, let's hop on the bandwagon. I say they were 5 years too late, but to be honest, if they brought it out in maybe 2016, I don't know how well it would have done, because young people weren't into Stout. And I don't know if the reason the young people are into Stout now is 100,000% down to social media. I don't know if Island's Edge came out in 2016-17 and saying, oh, it appeals to young people and it's surprisingly refreshing. I don't know if that would have been enough to sell, unless they did a really good social media campaign. But even the social media landscape in 2016 was so much different than when they released it in 2021. So for me, I said it from the start, I just always felt like it was doomed and bound to fail. On the other hand, I do get the rationale behind releasing it, because Stout is cool now and maybe there's room for another Stout. But unfortunately, Guinness just seemed to walk all over them, because all of the cool social media content that was out there was all revolving around Guinness. So they were marketing it like there was no tomorrow. Every pub in the country seemed to be giving away free pints of Island's Edge. They had the exclusivity, especially last summer, 2022 and 2023, a lot of exclusivity, meaning certain bars, certain concert arenas, and mainly big festivals. Heineken would basically pay them, I presume, a massive exclusivity fee so that they would only sell Island's Edge Stout and no other Stout. Obviously, they would still sell beer. Word on the street is 20 million euro, I think, is the total number that went into Island's Edge over the last 2 years. And unfortunately, I can't imagine the revenue was very high, so I'd imagine it's 20 million, maybe 15 million of a loss for Heineken. But to be honest, in the grand scheme of things for Heineken, I can't imagine it's that much. But for Heineken Ireland, I don't know how it all works. Heineken Ireland, Heineken Europe. But I think it would be obviously a lot different if they put 200 million in as opposed to 20. It's not going to kill the company off. So I'd imagine they said, look, we've put 20 million in, let's cut our losses before it goes up to 50. So what else went wrong initially, in my opinion? Two big things. They were trying to appeal to young people. They had this really colourful, it was like blue, orange, and maybe green color palette. They even had it on the glass. The glass was this big tall thing with a big colorful circle. It just did not give away the vibe a Stout should give away. Even when they kind of rebranded it a little bit in 2022, they shortened the glass, went black and white, and they were kind of doomed from there, because they were already going mimicking Guinness, and you knew it was only going to be a matter of time before they had to hang up the boots. Also, a big issue, I'm sure anyone from Island's Edge watching this, something I can kind of relate to. So my name is spelt with one R, and if you're Irish, you would be used to seeing Dara spelt with two R's, so I can kind of relate to the whole name issue. So a lot of people, when they spoke to me about Island's Edge, called it Ireland's Edge, I-R-E as in the country. So I'd imagine they had a real headache with that. People constantly calling it Ireland's Edge. I mean, even I'd go into bars where they were selling it and they'd say, oh, yeah, the Ireland's Edge, because it sounds extremely similar, to be fair. So I can't imagine, I presume that's something they didn't think about before. And it's only when it comes out that you think, bollocks. Right, we're going to get on to the actual product itself, how the drink actually tasted, because I tried it in 2021. But first of all, lads, I just want to give a massive Christmas shout out to the sponsor of this video, keeping this channel alive, my good friends over at Manscaped. And here are some wise words from Manscaped themselves. So they've basically brought out the ultimate product, lads, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Take care of your special snowflake with the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra and watch your South Pole shine like never before. They never cease to amaze me with these ad reads. Get the best stocking stuffer in the land by going to manscaped.com. Use my code, you know it by now, lads, pints20 to get 20% off plus free shipping. Be quick, lads, to get it before Christmas. The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra has the advanced skin-safe technology, which greatly reduces the chances of nicking your nuts, because we've all been there, lads, and you do not want that. Some other gift ideas over the holiday season. Does your dad have a big hairy nose on him or hairy ears? Well, you get him the Weed Whacker 2.0. Maybe you have a mate and his boxer game is weak. He wears the same pair of smelly boxers for 3 days in a row. Well, you can help him look after his chestnuts with the Manscaped boxers, featuring their signature jewel pouch to keep you calm, cool, and collected. Thank you for the constant support, Manscaped. Back to the video. So I tried the Island's Edge in 2021. I remember it to this day. I was staying in a hotel along the quays in Dublin, and I was looking for somewhere kind of local, and it actually turned out the Mason Hotel was selling Island's Edge, and I had heard they actually did a decent pint of Guinness, so I thought, let's compare them. I went up, I tried it. Now it's funny because this is 2021. Now I would say I enjoy a pint of Murphy's. I'm still a bit of a newbie when it comes to Beamish. It's still a bit harsh and smoky for me, but I do love a pint of Murphy's. But my palate in 2021 definitely wasn't as developed as it is now. So I do think I tried Island's Edge once in 2021 and then again early 2023. I don't know, did they change the recipe, but I tried it in 2023. I was invited down to the Heineken factory, myself, the two Johnnies and Cowboy, and they had it in a smaller glass. They put a bit of a dome on it and it was all right. But I remember in 2021, I wasn't a big fan. Big tall glass. Thought it was very sort of chocolatey, nearly a bit too sweet. Didn't have that nice stouty bitterness. And that's obviously what they're talking about when they said unexpectedly refreshing. But for me, it was just unexpectedly not great. And now I was in the height of the Guinness Guru action back in 2021. So I definitely, I was going in like wanting to not like it. And when I didn't like it, I was happy. I can't lie. And I think a lot of people were like that. A lot of proud Irish stout drinkers, whether it was Guinness, Murphy's or Beamish, that was their stout of choice. It was very much like, who do these lads think they are, bringing out a new stout, trying to appeal to young people? And that was another issue I had with the initial kind of launch, that they didn't really acknowledge the elephant in the room, being that there's 3 major stouts in Ireland. Ireland is known for its stout. People come from all over the world to drink stout in Ireland, and you're just going to randomly bring out a new one. I thought they should have made a bit more of a joke about the fact that they were like the new kid on the block and they were really disrupting. They should have been, I thought the ad campaign should have been really disruptive. Like, yeah, they just kind of came in and said, we have a new stout. It's unexpectedly refreshing. Young people should drink it. And it just wasn't enough. Then I think they got rid of the whole marketing team and brought in a new marketing team. And that's when myself and Cowboy and the two Johnnies were brought down, made a video. They were very much okay with me saying I didn't like it before. I wasn't forced to say I really liked it. I said it's okay. And there was a bit more kind of banter about it. The fact that it's a new stout. The two Johnnies did a podcast and they were saying, sure, the last thing Ireland needs is a new stout. And that was how it was, where it was all kind of created from. But unfortunately, I just think it was too little too late. There was nothing they could do to kind of gain back the momentum. Like, at the end of the day, I don't know one person who, I have a lot of friends and acquaintances who drink Guinness or even Murphy's or Beamish. Not one of those lads did I ever go to the pub with. And like, maybe they got a free pint of Island's Edge or they drank it because it was at a festival. But I never went to the pub with someone who said, oh yeah, I'll have a, like, first choice, I'll have a pint of Island's Edge. Like that was their new drink of choice. So yeah, they were just, It nearly feels like no matter what they did, unless they absolutely went for Guinness's neck, which Guinness is such a monster that I just don't know if that's even possible. They're around so many years. People think of Ireland, they literally think of Guinness. So just seems like it was an uphill battle from day one. And now what Heineken are doing, it seems like they're pushing Murphy's a lot more, which I think is the right move, because Murphy's to me is, over the last few years, I genuinely think it's nearly up there with Guinness for me. It's like if you want to drink a heap of pints, I'd probably drink Guinness. But if you want to like 2 or 3 really nice ones, like there's a little bit more flavour in the Murphy's. But so that's my hot take, not so hot take, cold take, because it happened about 2 months ago. But like I said, I was meaning to make this video for a while, and just really, really interesting. Like a brand new stout brought out in a climate where stout was absolutely thriving, but just no matter what they did, I just think it was bound to fail. But let me know in the comments, lads, what you think of the whole Island's Edge saga. It only lasted 2 years. Do you think it was doomed from the start? Or do you think they just got it wrong, or a mix of both? I want to know your opinions down in the comments. Thank you for watching, lads. We will see you in the next video.